appropriation line item for increase of public works superintendent to $40,000. Trustee Michael Smith.
The reason why I added this to the agenda is because our superintendent has worked very hard in keeping the money, down for the village. When you talk about Calumet City plumbing, every time you have a water main break, it can cost you up to about $10,000 and $20,000. And we do have a plumber in the house tonight that understands, the plumbing system and understand what's going on. So Superintendent Darden has came in on a part-time basis and turned this department over into a great department. You're talking about homes that didn't have water meters, now have water meters. You're talking about water main breaks that the village used to farm out that we're now taking care of. I believe we ought to bring our superintendent in full-time so that he can be here on a day-to-day basis and run his department and make sure that we're bringing in more money. You're talking about he's gonna be installing brand-new meters for homes in the upcoming months. So we need our superintendent
we paying
here
for that.
on a full-time basis.
Taxpayer pay for new
And I would
meters.
say that, he deserves it when you talk about job performance. He has brought the department up, and I'm pretty sure all of the trustees can see that when you're talking about businesses that didn't used to bring in nothing about maybe $20,000, $30,000, but now they're bringing in over $100,000 due to the fact that he went and inspected these pipes to ensure that the water meters were working properly.
But that's his job.
This is we need our superintendent here full-time, and I'm making a motion that we, bring his salary up from $35,000 to $40,000.
Okay, hold on, you made the motion, okay, so in the next one, as we move forward, as I stated before, we're gonna make a motion, we're gonna second it, then we're gonna discuss it, okay? So we'll do it like that to try to save some time, okay? So the motion was made by trustee Michael Smith, to increase the public works superintendent, salary to $40,000. He gonna be going from part-time to full-time? Because, before, I think, I know it's not on the agenda, I know that.
No, it's just to increase the job.
Okay, I'm just saying, that's what was stated though, from part-time to full-time. Okay, discussion.
I agree 100% with trustee Smith that our superintendent have done an excellent job. But the question that I do have is, why now? I mean, as you said, trustee, you sent me emails constantly that I'm violating the ordinance and everything must come through the committee and you are the chair. We've been meeting since, when did you say, since June? Why wasn't this brought to the committee then? That's the only question. Like I say, I agree with you, but why are you just bringing this to us tonight when all we were supposed to do this evening was come and vote? I called several meetings that I had opposition with because I called it as a member and you said you was the chair and I could not call the meeting. And you stopped a few of the finance meetings, but I'm just asking why now? That's all.
Question?
Okay, anyone else? Okay, trustee.
We did have in our, thank you, trustee Janita Smith for adding that. We did have this in the initial proposal in which the budget that passed through committee, it did include a line item for an increase of our superintendent. However, you guys went and had as you stated before, committee of a whole meeting, and you dropped it down to $35,000. And that's why I put it back on the agenda. Because initially, when we had our public hearing, when we did approve the budget to come out before the board can approve it, as well as the citizens can take a look at the public hearing, if you go back, I do have that budget here. It was in there for $40,000. But you guys had a committee of a whole meeting and you dropped his salary back to $35,000.
Discussion.
I thought it was increased from $3,000 to $4,000 more a year. That's what I thought I saw on there. But the committee of the whole, that's when we all came together to discuss this budget and try to get this finance.
Well, some of us discussed it and some were young.
Well, that's.
I have a question
Mr.
there.
Hold on a second. Mr. Williams, I'm right with you, trustee. Mr. William?
No. If Trustee Smith is correct, it was listed as 40 in the budget. I was told to present the salaries as they currently were when you asked for the names. That's exactly what I did. But he had originally requested it be raised to 40.
Trustee Corner?
Okay, you appointed, Mr. Darton, so is it, from part-time to full, $5,000 difference?
4,000, you said 36.
Was it 35,000 to,
It was
40,000?
35, it was 35 when I appointed him as a, part-time, superintendent, it was 35.
I thought it would be her
That was
call
my appointment, and
to
it
give
was
him a
7.
raise and
Okay, but I'm saying.
But she appointed
But
him.
we increased it
What I'm
in-
saying.
in the appropriation for,
What I'm saying is, I thought it would be
14,
her
15,
call
increase. We gave him a raise.
to put him to part-time to full-time to give him a raise, seeing as though she appointed him.
But that was for part-time, and there was no insurance, anything like that, so you asking if you increase the salary number, there's a benefits comes along with that, so you have to, put that in there too. Okay? So, that's more money. Hold on one second, hold on one second. Trustee Corner still had the floor.
Well, I'm sitting here thinking, we're discussing this,
Open meeting.
first knowledge, it kind of building this here. Actually, it didn't seem like it was discussed, well, I know, not with me, but, so, I don't even know if, Mr. Darden is even aware, is he able to do full-time for $40,000?
I don't even know, I didn't even know about the change, there was no discussion with me. I have not spoken to Mr. Darden about an increase in salary. As far as I know, he's still part-time, superintendent.
Mayor,
I don't know. This is something new to me too.
is this something, Mayor, that we can table to further discussion?
This is her appointment. That's her call, whether she want to increase.
It's all part of the, recommendation of your finance chair, Mike Smith. So, the motion is, you can vote it up, you can vote it down, whichever one you want to do. Some more discussion?
Yes, what we can do, now, I've been told and I've read that we could, modify it once we vote on it, okay? So we can do that because right now, like I said, once again, I know Superintendent Darton has done an excellent job. That I do know, but this is just coming before the board this evening. I've heard that he's gonna go full-time. HR needs to know this because I've
And
said
the one
this over and
appointing
over.
him doesn't know anything about it. I appointed him and I don't know anything about all of this. I do not. I'm not trying to knock the salary, but all due respect, if I appointed him, then I should know what's going on.
That's right.
Okay, and like I said, that we talking all this money, and you all know, what we're going through as far as trying to get some revenue in here. We've been going through a lot to just try to meet payroll. Just trying to meet payroll. We're doing the very best that we can with the funds that we have.
So we can modify it, we already.
Okay? I'm not knocking it, but I know what's on the floor. Thank you, trustee. Okay, any more discussion? Yes,
I
trustee
just wanna
Davis.
make a comment. We resolved our fire department because we didn't have any money.
Right.
And we're doing
Right.
a lot of increasing and spending money. The question is, where is it coming from and how much have we spent since we resolved the fire department?
Okay, trustees, the ones that did the budget committee, maybe you all can share some light on that, cause I'm not sure where all this money is coming.
Employee, okay, the superintendent, that didn't even have qualifications. We gave that man a $5,000 raise. And you talk about the work of the village that was not being complete. You talk about people, the monies that was not coming in. And here it is, we got a superintendent certified, doing the work, and we don't wanna pay him to do his job, but then we wanna increase the police chief's salary to $55,000, $60,000, that does not even have a degree. Don't have a degree.
Come on now.
He's just now coming into play, moving from a sergeant to a chief.
This is the wrong time to be having this conversation. This conversation.
I don't think that's on the agenda, trustee.
I just
It's not on the agenda. Okay, the
That's
point
fine.
is that, do you want to, amend this later as far as the salary for the superintendent?
Police is totally different from public works. Right.
I also asked for a total of the amount of money we have put out since we
It's
resolved
all
the
that fire
fire
department, I
department.
understand, okay, one more second. Trustee Davis.
I'm done, Mayor, thank you.
Okay. Trustee Corner.
You know, well, and I think it's a little unfair too, to discuss all of this out, you know, and, the person that appointed, I mean, I think it's nice if you wanna raise it, which I'm not saying no for someone that's trying to help the village, but I think it should be another discussion someplace else. If he's gonna come on full-time, then, you know, what's the expectation? So,